The bright dots on the screen made no sense at first. Lisa Johnson rubbed her tired eyes and leaned in for a closer look. In her 15 years as an astronomer at the Arecibo Observatory, she had never seen a pattern like this. She checked her equipment twice, then picked up the phone. "Frank," she called, her voice tense. "You need to see this." Frank Miller shuffled over, coffee mug in hand. The moment his eyes met the display, the mug slipped from his fingers and shattered on the floor. Neither noticed the spreading puddle. "That can't be right," Frank whispered. "Those aren't natural formations." Within 3 hours, observatories worldwide confirmed what Lisa had seen. 2,000 massive objects had appeared at the edge of the solar system, moving in perfect formation toward Earth. By morning, the news was everywhere. People gathered around screens in homes, bars, churches, and streets. Grainy images of an approaching alien fleet flickered on televisions and phones. Some panicked, some prayed, others stood in stunned silence. At the Pentagon, General Alan Crawford stared at the satellite feeds with a grim expression. The president had declared a global state of emergency and summoned world leaders. "What are our options?" the president asked over a secure video link. "Sir," Crawford began, "we're looking at 2,000 vessels, each one larger than our biggest carriers. If they're hostile, our conventional weapons likely won't be effective." The Chinese premier spoke next. "We have mobilized our armed forces, but we agree we cannot face this alone." And for the first time in human history, enemies and rivals reached out to one another. Old hatreds were set aside in the face of a threat to all. 6 days after Lisa's discovery, the alien fleet arrived in Earth's orbit. The ships, monstrous in size, cast long shadows over cities. Then came the message, broadcast in every language on every channel. "People of Earth, we are the Vraxian Empire. Your planet is now under our control. Surrender your governments and resources, and your deaths will be swift. Resist, and your cities will burn. You have 12 hours to comply." The message was simple and terrifying, but in those 12 hours, something happened the Vraxians did not expect. Instead of collapsing into fear, humanity prepared. "They don't understand us," said Susan Adams, a schoolteacher in Boston, as she loaded supplies into a bus. "They think we'll just give up." Across the world, people fled cities, moving into subways, tunnels, and mountains. Governments shared military secrets. Scientists collaborated. When the 12 hours ended, humanity's answer didn't come from politicians, but from ordinary people. When Vraxian troops landed in New York, London, Beijing, and Moscow, they found empty streets. Commander Krall, leader of the invasion, was baffled. "What do you mean the cities are empty?" he barked. "Supreme Commander," an officer replied, "the humans have fled. Only the old and sick remain." Krall's skin flushed purple in rage. "Find them. They cannot have gone far." The first Vraxian troops landed in Chicago, moving through silent streets in armored squads. Their red-eyed helmets scanned for life. But they didn't know they were being watched. In an apartment overlooking Michigan Avenue, Sam Cooper, a former Army Ranger, relayed observations over a radio. "Their armor's thick at the chest," he murmured. "Joints look weak. And those tanks on their backs, probably breathing gear." Similar observations were happening worldwide. Humanity was learning. The Vraxians made their first show of force in Rio de Janeiro. Energy weapons reduced 5 city blocks to glass. They broadcast the destruction, expecting fear. Instead, reports came in. Vraxian patrols ambushed in Seoul, their devices jammed in Cairo. 3 ships sabotaged in London. The aliens were bewildered. In 17 previous conquests, natives had surrendered after the first strike. These humans were different. A week into the invasion, Vraxians controlled the skies, but lost the ground. Booby traps, poisoned water, electromagnetic pulses disabling equipment. The humans fought like no species they'd faced before. In a secret facility beneath Denver, Dr. Karen White delivered chilling news. Their breathing filters can't handle something in our air, she explained. We've isolated a compound. It's harmless to us, deadly to them. And the war began to turn. Jack Fisher led human fighters in guerrilla strikes, wearing scavenged Vraxian armor, using stolen weapons. Human ingenuity spread like wildfire. A resistance tactic in Brazil showed up in Russia within days. Then, as the Vraxians reeled, new ships appeared at the edge of the solar system, larger than anything seen before. Their hulls shimmered like liquid glass. On the Vraxian flagship, Commander Krall paled. Unknown vessels approaching. His officer stammered. Not human. Sensors can't identify them. Neither humans nor Vraxians knew it, but they'd been watched. A powerful galactic alliance, known only in myth as the Galactic Concord, had observed the invasion, expecting another routine conquest. What they saw instead unsettled them. A species that did not just fight. It adapted, evolved, and grew stronger through conflict. The Concord intervened. Ambassador Xylith, tall and elegant with blue-green skin and eyes like moving water, addressed the world. People of Earth, forces of the Vraxian Empire, this unauthorized military action ends now. Vraxian forces will withdraw. The Concord wishes peaceful contact. Humanity was wary. They had fought for months. Now peace was offered. General Crawford addressed world leaders. We can't trust them, but if they're driving the Vraxians out, we gain breathing room. 5 meetings were arranged around the globe. No heads of state, no single target. Meanwhile, scientists raced to decode stolen technology. Physicist Paul Rodriguez cracked the secret to Vraxian shields. Their frequency could be exploited by tweaking Earth's nuclear arsenal. In Geneva, Dr. Emma Hill met Ambassador Xylith. You watched us suffer without intervening, Emma accused. Xylith's expression softened. We don't intervene, except in rare cases. An invasion by 2,000 warships isn't rare. Xylith hesitated. It wasn't the invasion. It was your response. In our history of monitoring primitive worlds, we've never seen anything like this. Most species surrender. You fought. You adapted. Faster than we imagined possible. And it wasn't just the Vraxians. The Concord had studied humanity for centuries. Horse-drawn carriages to spaceflight in 100 years. Now, mastering alien technology in 6 months. The Concord debated. Humans adapt 18 times faster under threat, a report confirmed. Left unchecked, they could achieve interstellar capability in 5 years. Some wanted to isolate Earth. Others feared doing so would provoke humans further. They settled on a compromise, offered technology and membership, but with restrictions. But humans weren't done yet. After observing Concord ships, Earth scientists quietly reverse-engineered what they saw. Within months, the Phoenix program developed a prototype spacefold drive, independent faster than light travel. The test succeeded. The prototype vanished and reappeared near Jupiter. The Concord detected it instantly. Impossible, a Tsarian observer gasped. An emergency council convened. Over 300 advanced species debated the human situation. Xylith warned, if we restrict them, they'll only grow stronger through conflict. And so the final decision came. Create a new category of membership. Recognize humanity's unique nature. Partner with them, or face the consequences. On Earth, the mood shifted. We proved we can match their technology, Jack Fisher argued. We should demand equal terms. Emma Hill urged caution. One prototype isn't parity. They have millennia of experience. But then, unexpectedly, the Grand Arbiter himself arrived on Earth, accompanied by Xylith. People of Earth, the ancient being announced, we acknowledge your unique nature. You adapt, you endure, you transform. And because of that, we offer a new accord, true partnership. Restrictions lifted. Full access to technology. Ethical guidelines, but no enforced containment. When asked what changed their minds, Xylith finally admitted. In our history, we've encountered species that fought fiercely. Others adapted quickly. Some advanced rapidly. But humanity, you do all three at once. You turn defeat into strength. That terrifies us and fascinates us. As the first Concord human joint ship launched from Kennedy Space Center, history teacher Bill Henderson watched alongside his former students. "They came to conquer us," he said softly. "Instead, they made us stronger. That's what humans do." And across the stars, civilizations watched in awe and unease as humanity, forged in fire, took its first steps into the wider galaxy. Not as conquerors, not as the conquered, but as something entirely new.